Yes.
Great. But do you also use manual alphabet?
Alphabet. I prefer signing.
I prefer signing.
But alphabet is hard to keep up with.
Alphabet is hard to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
But you also use your computer, right? You send emails?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Do you, the sign language that you use, is it ASL or signed English?
I used Asa.
ASL.
ASL? Oh, great. I studied with the National Theatre of the Deaf a long time ago,
Yeah.
but I'm not fluent anymore.
If
No.
you don't use it, you lose it.
This is true.
You wear glasses, so you have partial vision, or?
Yes.
Yes.
I see it.
I see light.
Colors.
Colors.
Okay.
People.
People.
Outline.
Outline.
Certain shape.
Shadows and shades.
Can you see me waving hi? Helen.
Not that good like angel.
It's not that good light in here.
Oh, yeah.
And have things hands.
That's
And I
true.
have a hard
Too
time seeing
small
hands.
for me.
They're too small for me. I see
big.
big objects better.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Do you have any advice for Victoria on playing Helen Keller?
Not so.
Not sure.
But I never played.
I've never acted.
Good answer.
But maybe you need action lessons.
Maybe you need acting lessons.
Juliet, were you born deaf blind?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I had
I had a lot more hearing when I was born. It gradually got worse as I got older. I have no hearing in this ear at all.
And left ear high pitch.
And left ear high pitch when it's quiet.
Do you read Braille?
Yeah, grade one.
Grade 1.
Grade 1? What grades are there in
Yeah,
Braille?
grade two.
Grade
Okay.
2, I think.
Just two, 1 and 2.
I think there's just 1 and 2. Or maybe there's 3.
So Helen Keller grew up when there were no interveners. Can you imagine what it would be like to not have your intervener?
It would be hard
It would be hard.
because can't you have
Because
communication?
I can't hear any communication.
But I'm going to see a doctor.
But I'm going to see a
Yeah.
doctor
Tuesday,
next Tuesday about a cochlear implant.
And what will that entail? What will that mean?
Maybe help me with hearing.
Maybe it'll help me with hearing. I'm not sure.
Good.
It's new, it's fun, but I know some people have cursed
It's a new experience, but I know some people that have cochlear implants out there.
Where did you go to school?
W. Ross McDonald. From 1987
to 2003.
to 2003.
Are your parents from Brantford?
No,
No,
my mom been
my mom was born in Toronto.
Dad too.
My dad too.
So did you come to Brantford specifically for that?
Yes, but
Yes, but
my stepdad lived in Cleveland.
my stepdad
so
worked in
I was
Cambridge,
here.
so they bought a house
And
here.
I live in residence.
But before I lived in residence.
Do you live with your stepdad and your mom now?
No, yes,
Yes, now.
I do.
I do.
How was it being apart from your family and residence?
a lot of friends.
Can you imagine?
But
Can you imagine going to a school? Because Helen Keller went to a school where she was the only deafblind person. Can you imagine, like, how that would be different than going to a school?
yes, but I'm a very independent
Yes,
person.
I'm a very independent person.
Victoria, just to add to your question, there are many children who do go to school in their local communities, and they may be the only children in the entire community that are identified as deafblind. So now there is an option that students don't all have to go to W. Ross into the residential program. They can remain in their local school and receive intervener services in their local board.
In our play, Bell talks about his view about deaf-blind people and how they should they shouldn't be put in a school just for them, but his view is that an association for the education of the deaf and blind is the best way to go about it. So I thought that's kind of interesting, you know, that the Deaf-Blind Association, and Bell had this idea years ago.
I want to say something else.
I want to say something else.
Okay.
When I was in elementary,
When I was
nursery
when I was in nursery school, it was at Hyde Park in Toronto.
For people visually impaired.
So it was for people that were visually impaired.
Then I went to a regular Catholic
Then I went to a regular Catholic school for kindergarten
nursery.
in Oshawa.
Well, do you remember what that was like? That's a long time ago, Julia.
Yes, it was hard because I was only deaf-blind and couldn't
It was hard because I was the only deaf blind, and my hearing
not too good.
wasn't too good.
But it was when I was young.
It was when I was young.
But I can't learn with the kids.
I got along with the kids fine.
I've never read my pictures.
I remember riding my bike to school.
So you rode your bike to school. How did you do that?
Bravely.
My grandparents had to come with me.
My grandparents would come with me
Can't see enough
because I couldn't
to
see
pass
enough
roads
to
alone.
cross the roads alone.
Julia, you've really had a lot of support from your family over the years, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I have some family.
I have a wonderful family.
Do you, other deaf-blind people maybe don't have that kind of situation? Is that your experience, that some deaf-blind people don't have as much support as you do?
Yes, because maybe.
Yes, because
some
maybe
families
some
may
families
find it hard
may find it
to
hard
look after this bad kid.
look after a disabled kid.
Yeah.
But if I might add, I think sometimes that might be one drawback back to the residential school at W. Ross, is because the students were constantly going away to the residence for their education. So while they were continuing to learn and maybe developing the language, the family wasn't always as involved, so the children were sometimes outgrowing the skills of the parents.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That does sound good too.
that does sound good too.
Well, thanks, Julia.
You speak very well. I understand most of it. Half of it anyways.
Can you understand me?
Can you understand me?
Yes?
Yes. Good.
Amazing.
People have time understanding me.
There's a lot of people that have a hard time understanding me.
When you were younger, was it more difficult for you to speak?
No.
No.
Do you hear the sound of your voice? Just
Price in here. Yes,
In here,
this
yes.
is quiet.
Because it's quiet.
Oh, of course.
I have some hearing in left ear.
And I have some hearing in my left ear.
Do you,
But
Example.
by example,
If there's music in the background.
if there was music in the
my
background,
wife would be able to hear you.
I don't know if I'd be able to hear you.
Get your music.
And I obviously can't hear music.
Hearing aids before.
Before I had hearing aids, I had to give them up.
Because sound was making me
Because the sound was making me dizzy.
Cause on pants. Bypass the nerve.
Cochlear implants bypass the nerve.
I have some nerve damage in the inner ear.
I have some nerve damage in the inner ear.
Julie, can you promise to not be their toughest critic at the play? Be easy on Victoria.
No.
Sorry, no.
I think she's joking.
Devin thinks you're joking.
I know. I tease, that's fine. Can I tell my joke from yesterday? I fell. Fell out of the shower this morning. And then I told my friend. And he teased me. I must have been drunk. I agreed and said yes. I had 10 glasses of wine for my birthday. And then I said I admit it. There was alcohol in the shower.
When is your birthday?
It was Monday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Why would you consider Helen Keller a role model, especially?
I'm not sure. I can't really remember the book.
Well, the play will jog your memory.
Yes.
I think that might be a good question to ask after the play then.
Yeah.
Do you have favorite books?
I like true stories. I'm reading about a girl who does rowing. She travels around. She's blind.
Wow. Now,
I'm thinking again that Helen Keller was a role model. She was independent.
you're an interpreter, right?
I'm an intervener.
Or you're an intervener.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's the
So
difference?
what's the difference?
The diff-
Yes.
So that an intervener would give them the surroundings of the room also, not just what the people are saying. So I would be pointing to the view, I would describing what you guys, when you guys were coming in, describing the room.
Tell her I'm tall, thin, and very good looking.
So an intervener actually interprets the visual information as well as the auditory information.
Right, okay.
Yes.
It's a joke.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Paul.
Yes.
Sorry.
Paul's been trying to lose weight.
It's not working.
Well,
Not interested in them.
I'm not interested in men. Let's just go on what we're talking about.
No, wrong subject.
You're funny.
You're funny.
Yeah, he is.
In some ways, you could say that Annie Sullivan is the first intervener.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was
That's-
thinking, was
Yeah,
Annie
absolutely.
would do more than just interpret.
Yes.
I would say she
So-
created the role of the intervener, actually.
Mhm.
There really wasn't one before her.
I think one of the things you'll notice that Annie Sullivan did was actually she filled in a lot of the gaps. So there was a lot of visual information that was given, and there was a lot of auditory information, but then she helped explain what all that meant. When you're dealing with an interpreter, it's straight language. When you're dealing with an intervener, it's a little bit of that concept development as well as the visual and auditory information.
Okay.
How about implant?
Heather, what's the best thing about being an intervener?
I say it's the. You
Give me impression.
just as giving
Communicate.
I say it's getting to do so much things. Like we do things all the time. We're horseback riding. We're going to
Wow.
Blue Jays games. We are going to Toronto. She's everywhere. She keeps me busy.
Have you had an intervener your whole life?
That's it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Have you had an intervener your whole life?
No,
Not whole life.
not my whole life.
Almost.
Almost.
Okay, and is it the same person usually, or?
Not. I
No.
don't have enough.
Heather, 11 years.
Sadly.
Sadly.
She's joking.
I just said, how are you getting home?
What's your favorite trips that you've taken? So-
Let go.
Lake Joe.
So never
CNIB camp.
Oh, okay. Did you enjoy horseback riding?
Yes, very much.
Yes, very much.
Great.
I go every Monday.
I go every Monday
25.
from
This
March
is the
24th.
Last day, June 16th.
My last day is June 16th.
Wow.
At TEAD.
At
I'm
TEAD in Mount Hope.
Heather, would you like to talk about Julia, sorry. Would you like to talk about some of the volunteer work that you do?
I do others
I
and
do the early years
get
center.
crafts ready.
I get the crafts ready.
And do fold towels
I
at
fold towels at the
And
YMCA
greet people.
and I greet people.
Nursing home.
The nursing
Get
home.
mail ready.
I get the mail ready.
House him assembly.
The Alzheimer's Society.
Shredding.
Shredding paper.
Wow.
And do fundraisers.
I do fundraising for Nova
And
Vita
Cancer
and the
Society.
Cancer Society.
Wow, that's really a
Wow.
lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And have fun. Tease me.
And I have my friend tease
Friend
me.
try to sleep.
When do I sleep?
How do you, if you imagined going back in time to the time of Helen Keller, how do you think your life would be different?
Very different. Not so.
Not sure.
Can't remember her back.
I can't really remember, but
For what? Bye.
boring.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, true, because you wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have. You may not have an intervener,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you may be just at home with your family.
Yeah.
But they did have horses and bicycles.
Yes, good.
Good.
Do you find it a struggle to be independent? Do you?
Independent. No,
No.
independent is something I really enjoy.
My independence is something I really enjoy.
Until
My intervener
tries to do things for me sometimes.
tries to do
But
things
I
for me
like to
sometimes,
do it for myself.
and I like to do it for myself.
Do you? Is there? Can you think of a time when it didn't work out so well for you?
So every time that independent.
Independence?
Now, there's no balance.
Now,
Isn't it?
because my balance is not so
And
good,
I fall a lot.
and I fall a lot.
In the play, there's one section where Helen wants to be independent and look after a bird. But unfortunately, the bird gets caught by a cat. So,
Yeah.
how would that make you feel?
Sad.
Sad.
And I'm not in the wheelchair
I wasn't in my
Well,
wheelchair in the whole life
since 2000.
since 2000.
Because it's
It's because of
something wrong with my
so
cerebellum.
there's something wrong with my cerebellum.
Is that a result of being deaf or blind, or is that just another something entirely different?
Something different.
Something different.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we can have a little chat again after the play and
That'd be great.
see what Julia thinks.
That'd be lovely.
That's good.
Would you like doing that, Julia?
Good. Try that again. Yes.
Yes.
And I'm sure she'll give you guys the thumbs up.
Julie, you just had a birthday. How old are you?
33.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Oh.
Throw it back at you.
58. I'm quite old.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sorry.
I know you must be young again.
I know you wish to be young again.
That's true.
But one time.
But one time- I went into the casino, and the security guard asked me how old I was. I told him 32 before. It was back in February. He said I looked 22.
He's right.
Julia, you have a great sense of humor. Do you feel that helps?
Yes,
Yes,
I like it.
I like it.
I'm so
I'm a
positive.
very positive.
Well, Julia, I think I'd like to thank you for coming out, because we're gonna, I think now, unless you have anything else you'd like to share, I think now maybe we'll put them in some deaf-blind simulation.
No,
Any last words of advice for
Someone-
Victoria? As she portrays Helen.
I think so.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Julia. It really
I'm
helped.
going to ask for June 7th.
I'm going to Oshawa on June
my
7th
family.
to visit my family.
Oh, great.
So we'll put you in the front row so you can be their toughest critic. Front row center.
Heather calls me a slave driver.
Heather calls me a slave driver.
Thanks, Julia.
No problem.
No problem.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Julia.
Julia.
Good to see
Great.
you again.
So our equipment is in the back of the room there.
Okay.